What's up guys, my name is Raskatron and welcome back to another episode of the Isekai realm. Today I want to start things off by giving you some sad and unfortunate news. Some time ago there was a thunderstorm and all the villagers from my iron farm were lost and were turned into horrible witches. You can hear them cackling above me as we speak. So I thought that we would go ahead and replace the villagers from the farm. But to do that, we're going to have to get rid of the witches that are currently in the chamber where the villagers were kept. As you can see, there's quite a bit of them. This is going to be a little bit challenging, but luckily I asked for Rain's help. Rain said it was no trouble at all in lending me a hand, especially since he needs iron for so many of his projects, and he said he needs the iron farm back up and running as soon as possible. So here comes Rain now, and before we dive straight into the project, there was something that Rain said he wanted to give me. Yo, what's up, Rain? Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, Rain is going to give me a beehive, and the first thing to do when setting up one of those is to set down a campfire, and that way the bees will be sedated and they won't attack us when we are harvesting the honey. And there it is. I have to say it looks pretty nice. Next up, I think Rain is going to set down some flowers, and that way the bees can keep on producing more and more honey. One of the easiest ways to get a lot of flowers really fast is to use bone meal on a single flower, and that way you can get a lot of flowers without having to go and pick them manually. So now with this bottle, I'm going to gather some honey. So thanks Rain for that. So let's go ahead and try it out. Let me go in my inventory, grab this bottle, and now let's see if it works. And there we go, it actually works. We have one bottle of honey. So yeah, thanks Rain, I really appreciate it. I'll be putting this thing to good use. Now as for why you came here in the first place, let's go ahead and check out the iron farm. We need to start this thing as soon as possible, and that way we can get the iron farm back up and running again. So now that we're here, what we're going to try to do is to remove this bottom block right over here, which will cause all the witches trapped inside to fall directly into a lava pit that we will be placing directly beneath the chamber, instantly killing the witches without actually having to fight them one by one. And this will save us a lot of time because there were quite a number of villagers that were in the chamber at the time when the lightning struck them and turned them into witches. Okay, now that we've dug the hole, all that's left is to place the lava on it, and we will have successfully created a lava pit for us to kill the witches. We dug the hole 2 blocks deep, that way none of the witches will be able to escape. Once we break that block over there, all the witches will fall inside and they will die. So right now, Rain is just making final preparations before we go ahead and do this. There will be a possibility that some of the witches, like 1 or 2 of them, will escape and we will have to fight some of them. So we'll have to be ready in case that happens. Okay, so I think we're ready. Let's get ready to get this underway. Let me stand a distance away. In case we might have to fight 1 or 2 of them, let me get a totem of undying ready. Whoa! Oh, whoa! I was not expecting that. I guess that when Rain removed the block from underneath, there were so many witches inside that they exploded out when he removed it. I guess it can't be helped. We have to kill all the witches one by one after all. This has got to go down as one of the worst fails in history. Yeah, that was a close call. We had to stay a distance away from them, or not they're just going to shoot us with their potions. I hope Rain is doing okay. Oh, it seems that some of them fall into the pit after all. Looks like Rain is getting ganged up on over there. We have to kill them. There's one right behind me. Okay, I almost died. Let me eat so I can heal up a little bit. Then I'm gonna go help Rain. I don't know what happened, but it seemed that some of the witches fell into the pit after all. But it looks like they used a potion of fire resistance or something. That's why they're still alive. Okay, I don't think there's any more left over there. So I think these are the only ones left. Let me shoot them, probably from a safe distance. That way they don't pull any tricks up their sleeves. With those witches, we can never tell. Okay, that was the last one, I think. That was the last one. So, after all that time we spent digging up, it didn't come up at all. It was completely useless in our plan to get rid of the witches. Oh man, I feel so stupid. Who's that? Is that low-key Buns? He could have showed up a moment sooner. Maybe he could have helped us get rid of the witches. I wonder what he wants. Maybe he just came to see what's going on. He's just standing there. Seems he just came to check what's going on after all. A moment sooner would have been better. So yeah, that was a really rough experience, guys. Our plan to get rid of the witches completely failed. It completely backfired on us. We did not take into account at all that the witches would explode out of the chamber when we removed the block, because there were so many of them. Some of them did fall into the lava pit. However, the witches simply just drank the potion of fire resistance and managed to stay alive. So yeah, that was a complete waste of time. We did not manage to kill any of the witches through this method. Instead, we had to kill them manually one by one after all. So yeah, that has got to go down as one of the worst fails in history. Anyways, I'm still catching my breath. That was a pretty rough experience, but yeah, we've managed to do the hardest part, which was killing the witches. Now all that's left to do is to find a zombie villager, cure it, and then get it into that chamber over there. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do, guys. Okay, so while Rain was busy setting up for when we transport the villager into our chamber, I was busy making potions. And specifically, I'm talking about splash potions of weakness. We will be using these so that we can cure a zombie villager and turn it into a regular villager. This is what we have so far. We have to make sure that everything's right, because dealing with villagers is quite a tricky task. Usually zombie villagers like to come here during the night. I have caught a few of them before, so yeah, maybe we get lucky. And is that a creeper? Yo, what's going on? How did that get there in the first place? Anyways, as I was saying, we have to wait till nighttime so that a zombie villager will show up, and we have to make sure that we succeed in turning it into a normal villager. And well yeah, we have to make sure we succeed in turning it into a normal villager during the nighttime, before nighttime finishes. That way the zombie villager just doesn't die the next day by the sun. Alright guys, all final preparations are now complete. Now all that's left for us to do is to wait for a zombie villager to spawn. Nighttime is almost among us, so now we just gotta play the waiting game and wait to see if a zombie villager will spawn. Okay, so after much waiting, we finally managed to encounter a zombie villager. Rian just told me that he's got one in a minecart waiting for us to cure. So I'm going to whip out one of those potions that I crafted, and after throwing one on the zombie villager, Rian will feed a golden apple to it. So I just shoot it on it like this. Careful. There we go. Now Rian will feed it a golden apple, and he's done just that. So now we just gotta play the waiting game and wait for the zombie villager to cure. I'm just really paying attention to this, and now I'm realizing how strange it is. I don't know how that got in there. Things are going really crazy in this world lately. Creepers spawning on top of trees, and zombies suddenly appearing in my kill chamber. But anyways, we'll leave that for another time. So yeah, once the zombie villager finishes turning back into a normal villager, we'll transport it into the chamber where we keep. Wait, no, that's not supposed to happen. Oh. I guess that's not too bad, because once it finished curing, was going to go there anyways. I guess now we don't have to worry about it dying from the sunlight if it doesn't manage to cure before nighttime. Oh no! How did it fall out? That's the same zombie villager that we cured? How did it manage to fall out? This is bad. If it cures, if it turns back into a villager, and it manages to escape, it will be vulnerable to other mobs. Okay, we got it back. We got it back into the minecart. Hopefully it doesn't fall out this time. And it seems to be it seems to be staying inside this time. Rain is placing some extra blocks at the bottom just in case, and just to prevent that it doesn't happen again. That was a close call because it took a while before we finally managed to encounter a zombie villager, and if that one had escaped from us, then that would have been a real bummer. But everything seems to be working all right now. So it's daytime, and just in time too, because the zombie villager has just turned into a regular villager. It's a shame that we only managed to cure one, but that's okay. That's not too bad. Rin and I figured that we only need to cure two really, and then from there we can just let them breed and then eventually reach up to the number that we had before. Yo, this is crazy. Look what Rain and I came across. We came across this hole here while we were no, don't die. I'm out. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, Ren and I came across this hole here while we were waiting for nighttime, and we figured that if anything, there were going to be at least 1 or 2 zombie villagers in here, and it seems we're in luck because I can spot a few of them in there already. We just need to get rid of these drowns. There's quite a number of them. Rain and I wanted to take a guess at how much there are, but we've lost count because we both fell in actually, and we almost died. That was a close call. So yeah, we need to get rid of the drowns, and we only need 1 or 2 more zombie villagers actually, so it's okay if we kill some of them, because then we can just let the 2 villagers breed after that, and then we can eventually get back the amount of villagers that we had before. So yeah, we've taken care of most of them. There's still 1 or 2 more in there. I can hear them. There they are. So yeah, we just gotta wait till nighttime, because if they come out now, then they'll just die from the sunlight. Okay, so nighttime is upon us once more, and now it's time for us to get these 2 bad boys back to our little area so we can cure them and turn them into a villager. It's going to be a little bit tricky though because of the water current. It's going to be kind of difficult getting them out. For now, I'm just gonna stay out of Rain's way and let him do his thing. He knows what he's doing. Okay, we figured it out. Now, if we can just alright, alright, it's working. Alright. Now to get them to follow us back to our little area, we gotta make sure that they're following us. There's 2 of them, so we're gonna see which one reaches closer first and then kill the other one off, since it'll just be in our way at that point. Okay, we're almost there. Easy now. Alright, we're down to 1. If we can just lead it into a minecart now. Almost there, and there we go. Yeah, we've got it. Alright, now let me whip out this splash potion of weakness and throw it on him. There we go. Now we need to give it not today, Mr. Spodes. Alright, Rain's giving him the golden apple. Now all we gotta do is wait for it to turn into a regular villager. Alright, we're so no, stay away. Phew, that was close. We have to make sure, we have to be really careful that no other mobs get close to the villager, like what just happened there, because if we lose that villager, then this will be just one big mess. This whole thing already is a whole bunch of unnecessary work, so we don't want to add on top of that. What's going on with creepers these days spawning on top of trees? It's so weird. I don't think that's supposed to happen. So yeah, I'm just gonna light the place up a bit so that other mobs won't spawn and then might harm our villager. Alright guys, so it was a success. We've managed to successfully cure the zombie villager and transfer the villager into the villager chamber. So now in a few moments our iron farm will be up and running again. All we need to do is to feed them carrots so that they can continue breeding, and then our farm will be back to normal. Rain will be so glad. As I've told you before, he uses iron for so many of his projects, and not just that, but I also benefit from this iron farm quite a lot because this is my main source of diamonds. But yeah, anyways, as you might have remembered, over here there was quite a mess, but we've already went ahead and pretty it up a bit. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you the villagers that we have in here already. There are quite a number of them already, but I want a few more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. So yeah, let me feed them some carrots. I'm not sure if this is the right way to go about it, but so far it has worked for me. By feeding them carrots, they start breeding, so I'm gonna stick to that method. Alright guys, it seems our hard work has finally paid off. Take a look at what is happening. An iron golem has spawned. That's great news. So it means that our iron golem farm is back up and running again. There are 9 iron in the chest, which means that at least 2 iron golems have spawned already, because as far as I know, an iron golem only drops a maximum of 5 iron ingots at a time. But I'm not quite finished just as yet. I want to make sure to get a few more of these guys before I close this area up. So let me feed them some more carrots. I owe Rain big time for this. I wouldn't have been able to get it done without him. So thank you, Rain. I really appreciate it. And yeah. Alright guys, the iron golem farm is working 100% again. I've already given Rain the great news and he's quite glad. But the crossover episode isn't quite done just yet. Rain has agreed to help me out with another project of mine. So thank you very much, Rain. You've been helping me out quite a bit lately and I can't express how grateful I am. But yeah, while I wasn't recording, I was busy gathering materials. And what I was busy gathering was none other than white concrete. For what exactly? Well, let me just go ahead and show you. So I'm standing outside of my base right now in the icy area with none other than my boy Rain. And what we're going to be doing is adding some finishing touches to my base. I'm going to be replacing some of these glass blocks with sea lanterns to give it a nice effect, and that way I can get rid of the torches so that the aesthetic of the build is not messed with. And in the meantime, Rain is going to be using the white concrete that I made in order to do some decorations around the base. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, this is what I was talking about. I'm going to be removing some of the glass blocks and replacing them with sea lanterns just like this. The reason for this is because not only does it look better, but it also provides quite a decent amount of light, and I can finally get rid of the ugly looking torches that's been messing with the look of my build for quite some time now. I'm going to be doing this for the entire base all around from top to bottom, so it's going to take a while, but when I'm finished I'm going to show you what the end result looks like. So yeah guys, this is what the end result looks like, and I have to say I am quite impressed. It turned out way better than I had hoped. So yeah, I'm glad that turned out great. Anyhow, while I was busy working with that, this is what Rain was busy with. This is just the basic look, but I can assure you once it's finished, it will look absolutely amazing. Rain and I have already went over what it is exactly that we're trying to do here, but as far as creativity goes, I'm leaving that all up to Rain. Anyways, let's take an aerial view of this thing. Whoops, I'm usually better at flying than this. Anyways, let's try that again. Here we go. So yeah, as you can see, this is what we have so far. Once we're finished with this, it will look absolutely amazing and I can't wait for you to see it. So what I'm going to do right now is to fill these empty areas with cyan terracotta. And as for what Rain and I have planned for this area is that we're going to be creating smaller versions of different biomes around the base. And I think that that's going to have a nice look once it's finished. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to leave the creativity to Rain, so I'm interested to see how he's going to integrate the different parts of the different biomes in their respective places. So yeah, we've almost finished placing all the terracotta blocks, and once we get that out of the way, all that will be left to do is to create the mini versions of the different biomes. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Just a few more blocks to go and we're almost done. And there we have it. So we've officially finished placing all the terracotta blocks. Now all that's left to do is to create the mini versions of the biomes, and then we're done. So yeah, let's take an aerial view of this thing to see our progress so far. Yeah, it's looking really nice. I have to say it's looking really amazing. I never expected it to turn out this great, so I'm very happy with that. We were running low on rockets, so I'm currently on my way heading over to the merchant airship in order for me to buy a few stacks of some. I'm also running low on food, so I decided that while I'm there already, why not buy a few stacks of those as well. It's quite a hassle for me to make my own food because well, I'm usually busy with other things, so buying a few stacks of food is always easier. I also decided that it would be a good idea for me to check to see if I've made any diamonds from my kelp block shop as well as my wool shop. So let me grab my diamonds from my ender chest and see how much diamonds I've made. And here we are. What do you know, we actually made 4 diamonds from our kelp block shop. That's nice. I'll need to restock those as soon as possible. And we also made 2 diamonds from our wool shop. That's no surprise. Our wool has always sold quite easily. Let's see what else is being sold here at the merchant airship. Things have changed quite a bit since I've last been here. So many different items being sold. That's great. Anyways, for the main reason that I came here, which is to that's right, to buy food. That would be over here. Yeah, cooked pork chops. Nice. Now if I can just fix this back to the way it was. 2 diamonds per stack, not bad. Ooh, seems we're out. That's too bad. I think I might need to make some kind of farm that automatically cooks my food, because last time I checked, they were out of food here as well. So whoever is selling food is not restocking. Maybe I make a shop of my own, you know, to spark some competition. That way, to make things interesting, you know. Anyways, we're also here to buy rockets. So that would be over here. Rockets. Okay. I'll buy 1 stack. So that would be 1 diamond per stack, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? While I'm here, why not go ahead and buy 2 stacks, so that I don't have to come back anytime soon. And now let me put back my diamonds. And yeah, we're done. While I was here on Spawn Island already, I decided to stop by the post office to see if I had any mail, and to my surprise, I actually did. So let's see what I have. Thank you for the iron. Oh, this must be from Rain. An efficiency 5 enchanted book. That's great. This will be of much use to me. I have a few tools that I need to enchant. So thank you very much, Rain. I really appreciate it. And that concludes our business here on Spawn Island. So now let's head back to our base. So while I was gone at Spawn Island, Rain went ahead and finished creating the mini versions of the different biomes around the base. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. So as you can see, we have a desert biome, as well as a mushroom island biome. Then we have a badlands biome. And then lastly but not least, we have a taiga biome. So I really like how this came out. It looks really nice. So while I'm here, I think that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the tiny detail that Rain went ahead and placed in these biomes, so that they can look as close to the real thing as possible. So first up, we have a mushroom island biome. So here we have the different type of soil that can be found only on the mushroom island biome. We have lots of small mushrooms lying all around the place, and here we have a bigger mushroom. So yeah, and then we also have the mushroom cows around. So yeah, I really like this one. This one must have took a lot of work to get right. I really love it. Thanks, Rain. So moving on, we have a Badlands biome. As you can see here, we have a minecart with a chest in it, which can actually be found in actual Badland biomes. And then we have cane and cactus. I really love it. It looks really nice. Oh, and he even went ahead and placed a string on top of the cane so that it doesn't go any more from there. Really nice. And then we have the use of slabs so that he can place sea lanterns underneath, and that way light can be given off so that no mobs can spawn in the area. I like this one a lot as well. This was really well thought out. Next up we have the taiga biome. So here we have mushrooms as well as the different type of soil. We have some mossy cobblestone, and then we have our little path cleared out. Oh, and there's even foxes. They're so cute. Look at them. Ah, it's running away from me. I guess he doesn't like me. Oh well. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, he went ahead and made sure to include everything that can be found in the actual biomes, such as the mossy cobblestone as well as the different type of soil and the mushrooms and so on. So yeah, a lot of thought was placed into this. I really like it. It looks really great. Now am I missing anything from here? I don't think so. Okay, lastly but not least, we have the desert biome. So again, we have cactuses. Again, the use of the slabs so that a sea lantern can be placed underneath, and that way light can be given off as to prevent mobs from spawning in the area. Here we have a little temple. Oh, I like this one. This looks really great. Okay, and then I don't think there's anything else apart from that. Alright guys, and that concludes my little tour. Let me know down in the comments which of the biomes do you guys like the most. I'd like to hear your opinion on that. But for now, I'm going to have to put my base on hold. That's pretty much what I wanted to do with the outside. Occasionally, I'll throw in a few more ideas to make it look better, but I'll be moving on to other projects before moving on to the interior. An idea that I have in mind when it comes to my base is to build an underwater-like facility right over here. But first I'll need to clear out that entire mountain of gravel, so it's going to take a while, which is why I won't be doing that anytime soon. It's just something that I had planned for the future. Let me kill these mobs before I end up regretting it. You'll never know. I never know when I'm going to be walking and then one day just bump into a creeper and trigger an explosion. So yeah, it's always good to kill mobs when you see them instead of just letting them roam around freely. Okay. Is that a zombie? Wait, did it just punch its way down into the water? That's strange. Is that it? No. There it is. It's swimming away. What is that? Is that a zombie? That's strange. I still hear a skeleton somewhere, but I wonder what that was. I don't see it anywhere around. That's strange. It couldn't have been a zombie. There's no way a zombie could have punched its way into the water. That's strange. Well, wasn't that a weird occurrence just now? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. But I guess we're just going to have to leave that for another time, won't we? In the meantime, I'd like to talk about what we did today. We accomplished quite a bit. We finished our base. I have to say it looks really amazing. I like it a lot. And we also managed to fix our iron golem farm, so it's back up and running again. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied with what all we managed to accomplish today. Anyways, I'm sorry to say that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.